Arne Slot reveals truth behind Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk contract extension rumors. Liverpool manager Arne Slot has dismissed rumors claiming that Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk have secretly signed contract extensions with the club. Speculation began circulating on Wednesday morning when reports suggested the duo had already pledged their futures to Liverpool, with the club allegedly keeping it under wraps to avoid adding pressure on right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold to follow suit. However, when questioned about the pair's future at Liverpool, Slot confirmed that neither Salah nor Van Dijk had signed new deals and acknowledged that the club's summer transfer plans remain uncertain because of this. "We have some contractual situations you might not be aware of," Slot joked, "but neither Trent, Mo, nor Virgil have extended yet. So, we know we need to stay sharp and prepared for any developments. My focus is mostly short-term, but we have so many talented people at this club who also look at the long-term picture. We must always be ready for new opportunities." Players who aren't involved much right now, will they stay and fight for their place? Or will they want to move elsewhere? We need to be ready for the next transfer window and what it might bring. Discussions are still ongoing between Liverpool and both Salah and Van Dijk, while the club is also hopeful of convincing Alexander-Arnold to turn down interest from Real Madrid and commit to his boyhood team. Meanwhile, Sporting CP is set to reduce their asking price for striker Victor Gyökeres to $60 million in the upcoming summer transfer window. Arsenal and Bayern Munich are reportedly interested, but Manchester United is said to be leading the race for his signature. West Ham United are considering a move for Rasmus Højlund if they don't secure a deal for Evan Ferguson's loan, while Arsenal is preparing a $100 million bid for Inter striker Lautaro Martinez. Erling Haaland's new contract with Manchester City includes a clause allowing him to leave if the club fails to qualify for the Champions League, with Barcelona eyeing a potential move. Crystal Palace's Jean-Philippe Mateta is attracting attention from several Premier League clubs, including Aston Villa, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Newcastle United. Tottenham Hotspur, meanwhile, has the option to match any bid Bayern Munich accepts for Harry Kane, whose contract includes a release clause. Several clubs, including Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool, are also chasing Crystal Palace centre-back Marc Guehi. Guehi is also on Tottenham's radar, but Chelsea believes the England international may prefer a return to Stamford Bridge in the summer. Manchester City is set to compete with Real Madrid for AC Milan left-back Theo Hernandez in the summer, should their attempt to sign Andrea Cambiaso from Juventus fail. As for Liverpool, they are looking to overcome a one-goal deficit against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup semi-finals on Thursday. Spurs triumphed 1-0 in the first leg, with Lucas Bergvall's solitary goal giving them the upper hand ahead of the Anfield encounter. The result brought Tottenham closer to their first major trophy since 2008, while Liverpool, the defending champions, face a tough task in the second leg. The Reds will need to win by at least 2 clear goals to advance, while a one-goal victory would take the match to extra time and potentially penalties. Spurs only need to avoid defeat to secure their place in the final at Wembley. Both teams come into the match following 2-0 victories in the Premier League, with Liverpool maintaining a 6-point lead after beating Bournemouth, while Tottenham snapped a 7-match winless run by defeating Brentford. Tottenham's Mickey van de Ven has admitted that he could have joined Liverpool under manager Arne Slot. Van de Ven revealed that his career might have taken a different path if Slot had managed to sign him earlier. Slot had tried to bring him to AZ Alkmaar and Feyenoord, but those moves fell through, and Van de Ven ended up at Wolfsburg before eventually joining Spurs in the summer of 2023 for a fee that could rise to $52 million. Van de Ven spoke highly of Slot, saying, "I got a great feeling about his coaching style and his football ideas. He truly understands the game." The 23-year-old is focused on helping Spurs end their 17-year trophy drought. But first, they must face Liverpool in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Van de Ven, who is recovering from an injury, is likely to miss the match but will be watching as his compatriot Virgil van Dijk leads Liverpool's defense. "I would love to play alongside Virgil in defense," said Van de Ven. "He's an amazing defender and I learn a lot from him. Even after matches, he offers me advice, which shows how much he wants to help me improve." Despite Tottenham's 1-0 lead from the first leg, Van de Ven remains confident about his team's future. "I won't stop until we win a trophy." Liverpool faces Spurs in the Carabao Cup later today, hoping to overturn a 1-0 deficit, and things are going well for Arne Slot's side. But contract news is still awaited Liverpool, almost a month after the first leg at Tottenham, will look to overturn a 1-0 defeat in North London and reach the Carabao Cup final later today. We caught up with Nick Sapia from LFC Boston ahead of the game. The January transfer window has closed. Are you disappointed Liverpool didn't make or move, or happy with the squad Arne Slot has? I'm not disappointed at all. This is an excellent squad that has shown its quality all season. They're on pace for 90-plus points again. There's really not much else they need, and it would take a player of extraordinary quality to improve on what Liverpool already has. I don't think any of those players are available right now. There's also no real room in the squad without outgoing transfers, and I don't want to see anyone leave the team right now. I'm fully invested in this group. They've put together an exceptional season so far, so let's take the rest of the ride with them. Consider Andy Robertson, who has been criticized this season, though I thought he played exceptionally well on Saturday. I want Andy Robertson to lift the Premier League trophy, not some other random left-back. Robbo's been a mainstay for this Reds team that has now spanned 2 managers, a key cog for this generation of players who have won it all and given us so many great memories. I want him to experience another trophy lift. Is anyone out there who isn't worried about these at this point? If I'm looking for a positive, it's that we really haven't heard much about them over the past few weeks. No rumblings of pre-contract agreements or even serious credible rumors of outside interest. Liverpool and Arsenal both won over the weekend. How are you feeling about how the Premier League title race is shaping up? It's a 2-horse race, and you'd much rather be in Liverpool's position. The Reds definitely had a dip in form across December and early January when they drew 4 league matches, but Arsenal couldn't take advantage and close the gap. Arsenal closed last season extremely well, and I expect they'll do so again this year. That said, they need to string together a lot of wins and have Liverpool drop a lot of points. That's a tall order for the Gunners, especially knowing they still must come to Anfield. We've come this far in the League Cup. The Reds are 180 minutes away from a trophy and there's no going back. Let's go all out to beat Spurs on Thursday and get to the final. I wouldn't throw away the FA Cup, but I think most would agree that it's priority number 4 for this season. Empty out the bench, celebrate the squad depth, and see how far that takes us. Reportedly planning to sign Angelo Stiller and Frankie de Jong, as per caught offside. After becoming the Reds' new manager, Arne Slot initially prioritized strengthening the midfield department last summer, and Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi was his primary target. However, the Merseyside club eventually failed to lure him to Anfield, and it has been reported that Arsenal are now the frontrunners to purchase the Spain international. Caught offside claim that Liverpool are planning to finally reinforce the engine room next summer, and have already started holding internal talks to identify the priority targets. De Jong has emerged as a serious name, and Barcelona are ready to let him leave for a fee of around 29 million, with the Dutchman's current contract with the Blaugrana set to expire at the end of next season. De Jong and Stiller to Liverpool. However, he is currently on high wages, and this could be a huge stumbling block for Liverpool to get the deal done. On the other hand, Stuttgart's Stiller has also impressed Liverpool after displaying promising performances in the Bundesliga in recent campaigns. The German has a 33 million release clause in his current contract, and this figure isn't considered too high for the Anfield club. However, they haven't held any official talks yet to seal the deal. Therefore, Slot's side will have to splash a combined 62 million to purchase the Dutchman and the German international. Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis Mac Allister have been the first-choice deep-lying midfield partnership for Slot. Curtis Jones is also an option for this position, but he usually features in the attacking midfield position. Wataru Endo is another option Slot has at his disposal to deploy in the defensive midfield position. However, the Dutch boss hasn't been impressed by him, so he hasn't had much game time thus far this season. Therefore, Liverpool need proper depth in the engine room to continue performing at their best next season, and signing 2 midfielders would be an excellent decision. De Jong has showcased his qualities with Barcelona, while Stiller is a highly talented youngster. Therefore, the duo would be a great acquisition for Liverpool.